and welcome to episode 23. No, 24. Hey, there you go. Plot Hunters. How's everybody doing?
I'm really happy about the number 24.
Why?
It has so many factors, guys.
Nerd.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, and 12. I love 24.
Oh my god.
Nerd.
And 24. I like 24.
Announcements. Of course, we are sponsored by Roll20, a virtual tabletop, where we are, blah, 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 I can't talk today. We're using it for all our maps and tokens and handouts and all that fun stuff. You can go to roll20.net, make a free account, or buy a bunch of maps and spend all your money just making maps, because that can be a hobby in and of itself.
Don't tempt me.
What's that?
Don't tempt me.
Oh god, it is a time sink. I will say that hours will fly by putting these maps together. Really,
Hours have already flown. Flown. That's the word. Hours have already flown by on Procreate, let alone Roll20. Jesus.
Do it.
yes, do it.
Oh yeah, what's the money that I'm getting?
We're also friends of the Nerdsmith oh my god, I cannot talk today. Nerdsmith Network. Oh my god.
Nerd work.
Which is a network of TTRPG related content. So there's podcasts and other Twitch channels and lots of funness.
I think the reason we can't talk is because we've been listening to Animal Crossing going
Oh my god, that is exactly what it is.
all day.
We should just do Animal Crossing talk for this entire session.
Oh my god.
As you can tell, everybody except for Ashley so far has been playing Animal Crossing. So
Y'all need to know that I got the game at 9 p.m. on Thursday, and I was very happy about it.
Same. I played for a few hours, and yes, it was very nice.
Somebody send me $400 for a Switch so I can do this.
Oh my gosh. So what happened last week? Oh, we're without Adriana today because her internet just went kaput. So Jen is going to be Jaegering Alina.
Hi.
So last episode, y'all finally made your way to the ghost ship, where you encountered a bunch of Sahuagin or however you want to say it, a bunch of fish people. And went in the ship. You also encountered an Oozblek, which was a fun battle.
I cannot stress enough how much I hate that.
That was an interesting battle. And you discovered the wife of Tanith, Genvier, who was in the hold and apparently possessed by something that originated from this figurine of a mermaid that she had found on this lost isle. So you proceeded to battle against her, or actually against a bunch of Sahuagin and the hold, and Varram was the one who destroyed the figurine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Snatched out of her hand, broke the figurine, broke the possession, but then the ship was immediately attacked by the Kraken. So it was a very harrowing experience.
It was a time. It sure was a fucking time.
But you all managed to defeat your enemies and escape the ship before the Kraken ripped it in half and sank it. The Kraken also sank the fishing boat, and you managed to rescue a couple of the survivors, including Henley and Morven. And as Alina was power rowing away, you also encountered Zelipharn, the brass dragon from many months ago from Waterdeep, who was in the area and happened upon you and agreed to help you out by helping you pull the rowboat, the heavily laden rowboat, to safety. So that's where you guys are at. So I will say, how are you? Morven and what the other, I think it was a dwarf that you rescued, were both drowned. So how are you saving them? They're not technically dead yet.
CPR.
But I will have whoever is doing CPR make medicine checks for me, please. And this is happening while Varram is in the water, so it's going to have to be Cruz and Mira or Alina.
Let me see what
Oh.
Alina's fuck.
Well, Lena's, yeah, well, Lena's wrong.
Let me see what Alina's fuck is.
Does healing magic anything for drowning?
Yeah.
I will say that if you have a healing spell or something that you wanted to use, that can help too.
I'll use healing hands. I'll be like,
Yeah. I'll use healing word.
All right, and so how many hit points do you pump back into both of these people? I should probably come up with a name for the
12.
dwarf.
I push back 12, yeah.
Okay, I
Very
don't have that
nice.
many.
And then healing word's what, D4?
Yeah, it's a D4. I'm just doing it level 1. 8 HP.
Okay, so just enough to kind of get them back conscious again. Both of them are just sputtering and puking out the water from their lungs, and not in the best condition, but they are both very thankful that you helped save them, although they are also very shaken to have another encounter with the Kraken and having lost the rest of the fishing crew.
So they might have drowned a little bit, but like on the other hand, there's a cat next to me. So how bad can it really be?
If they had a cat in that boat, it wouldn't have sank.
Period.
Gosh. All right, so you are being pulled, and I will say it's going to take you a while to get back to where you came from. I mean, it took pretty much a full day on a fishing boat, and a rowboat, even pulled by a bronze dragon, is going to take you a long time. And Zelifarn's not going to be able to pull you like indefinitely. They're going to have to take rest. So I will say that between Alina, Zelifarn, and maybe Morven, once he gets not dying, you guys can kind of like rotate and kind of take turns moving the boat. But you arrive back in the waters of Luskin probably late evening of like the following day.
Shit.
Not in great condition, all you, living off of rations in a boat.
We can probably catch fish. Make sushi.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
it?
Make sushi. I have knife.
You have a blood spear.
How do you?
I have-
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for resubscribing to my pearl.
I use my evil magic spear. It's not
Oh,
evil.
look, I'm a monk. I can just grab the fish and squeeze it and it's dead.
Oh, gross.
We can just Gollum this shit, man.
Oh, he grabbed fish and squeezed them to death?
No, he
He
didn't.
smacked them against rocks.
That's worse.
Hey, there are no rocks.
You could smack it against the side of the boat.
Exactly.
You can smack a fish
can just
against
punch
anything
the
if you
fish.
put your mind to it.
I can punch the fish harder than I can smack the fish.
Zelifarn can also do a little fishing for y'all.
The point is, we can eat.
Yes, I'm not worried about you guys starving necessarily. It's just,
Probably gonna get sick of like seafood, but
and you're gonna be all cramped because y'all are just packed into this tiny ass boat.
It's fine.
But you managed to make it back. It could be worse.
And ran Zelifarn for a little bit.
Anything you want to do out at sea before you guys land?
Sleep.
Yes. Okay, I will say that rotating shifts, you all managed to get a long rest. It's not the most comfortable, but y'all managed to sleep.
I was at 36 HP.
Damn.
Other
All
than
right.
that, oh, can I try and wake up this Genbeer?
Genfear. Yeah, actually, Genfear will eventually awaken over time once she kind of shakes off the things. Has been pretty quiet. She is grateful for seeing Morven and Henley, but upon discovering the rest of the fishing boat had gone down, and of course her reflection of what has basically happened since, she's a bit shaken.
She seems to be like normal again.
She's normal, and she is conscious of things that occurred while she was under possession, but was not able to control it.
Can I get all the information I can out of her about what happened?
Sure, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh fuck. Anyone want to help me, guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna help.
Also, Dice-a-lanch. That was fun. Okay. Let's put them all over there and roll. All right, with advantage because I'm being helped. That's Alina. That's not me. There we go. That's a 17 and a 16, so it's a 17 minus 1 is a 16.
Okay. With a little reluctance, she does let you know that she didn't intend to bring anything negative to the ship. She was out foraging and came across the shrine that had been described by one of the other crew members, and saw the figurine and thought that it would make a nice gift for her wife.
Okay. And what was up with the Sawagan?
She says that they were summoned by the Kraken priestess, who is the person that she was possessed by.
Okay.
And they were also, I guess, like worshippers.
What does she know about? Do I still have the figurine, or is it smashed already, or is it like gone?
It's smashed.
Okay, so it's still, okay.
It went down with the ship, or what was left of it.
Does she know if there's any other risk to, like any other risk posed by this Kraken priestess or this figurine?
She says you destroyed the figurine, so not that I know of.
I'm just like, oh yeah, sorry about that, but like, I didn't.
No, I'm grateful. It was like being imprisoned in my own body.
Yeah, man, that sucks.
Yes, it does.
Your wife thought you were dead for a while. We sent you a bunch of birds, and we were like, yo, she ain't dead, so she's waiting for you.
She tears up at this and just kind of bows her head and starts sobbing.
There. It's all okay. You're not dead. She's not dead. Kraken's gone.
Put your
But a
arm
lot of
little
other people
closer.
are.
Yeah, but you're not. You gotta take little things, you know?
She
And
just
hey,
snuffles.
when you being alive is a little thing, it's pretty good.
You have an interesting way of looking at things.
Sometimes you gotta. Sometimes being alive isn't always a gift, but in this case it is.
I hope so. And Morven just kind of reaches over and claps her hardly on the shoulder and shakes her and just basically tries to cheer her up as well in his gruff, gif way.
Love him.
Love that guy.
Oh, Morven.
Yeah, that's just about it.
All right, so it is late, dark when you guys manage to pull up to the docks at Luskin. The few people that are actually out are just kind of looking at all of you curiously, especially considering that there is a brass dragon pulling your tiny ass boat that is full of people looking pretty worse for the wear.
I hear.
But you guys get off the boat and Zelipharn drops you guys off and asks you, are you okay? Do you need any help? Do you need any more help?
Oh, I think we're good, but what were you doing here?
Yeah.
Listen, I was just touring around. I was looking for shipwrecks.
Lucky for us.
Right? Have you found any interesting shipwrecks?
Oh, there's lots over here, especially in pirate country. And I can actually come into the city, which is nice. And Zelipharn kind of, you see this wave of magic kind of flow over Zelipharn, and they turn into like a little kind of, I would say maybe 12-year-old boy.
Aww. No, there's nothing adorable about 12-year-olds. I take that back.
Well, you can stay with us.
I'm more comfortable out at sea, but if you ever need me, just call.
Alright.
I'll be hanging around here for a while.
Okay.
There's so many goodies.
We'll explore.
Cool. And he transforms right back to a brass dragon and just dives in the water.
Love him.
Love this kid.
What a cutie. I love him. It's perfect. Well, we should get Genvir back to her wife.
Life.
Do you know where? Yes. Do we
Yeah,
know where-
Somebody got
we
her
let her
address.
tell us. So we'll find our way there.
Where she lives.
Yeah, Genvir knows where her house is.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yes, and she says, thank you. I think I can find my way home. If you don't mind, we need some time alone to talk about things. And
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I get that. Hi.
But thank you very much. And should you need any further help or anything that I can help with, please let us know.
All right.
Okay.
She waves to you, gives Morven a great big hug, and then heads out. And Morven and Henley also head out if you don't need anything else from them, unless you do.
No more ghost ships.
No more
Nope.
ghost shit.
I think we're done with that. I've had my share of Krakens. We're good. Henley is just like, I don't want to go out to sea anymore. I think I'm just gonna I don't know, become a blacksmith. I don't know. He just
You could
keeps
become
muttering
a
to himself.
farmer.
Fisherman.
Farmers
Farmer.
are
I'm a
amazing.
blacksmith.
That is a good idea. Farming is a good idea. I just realized that I have Mira and Cruises window. I have to remove that real quick. Oh, I totally just realized that. Like, wait a minute. Why is Cruz giving advice? Nope. That's not it. Here, I'm going to put you in Alina's real quick while I move Cruz over. Oh my gosh. Where is Ashley's window? There it is. Whee! There you go. Alright, there you go. Now you're fixed.
Nobody needs to say anything either.
They just assumed it was cool. Alright. Anything else you want to do?
I guess I should go talk to my dwarf queen, Elgrusa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do you want to?
Yeah.
It is late. She is not in her office. She's actually gone home, which is still in the same building, but it's like an offshoot of on like the back of the building. But yeah, her guards gesture over there and guide you to where her actual like domicile is. All right, and you knock, and a very sleepy-looking Elgrutha in a long night dress, which looks very weird on such a hard lady. It's got like flowers and
Queen.
little frills around like the arm and the hands and. But she opens it up and she's got a little nightcap on and she says, "Wow, y'all made it back."
Yeah, there was a kraken.
There was a kraken, yeah. That did happen.
She looks all of you up and down, and your stage is like, "I believe it."
There is still a kraken out there somewhere. We did not kill it, to be clear.
And we brought back one of your people.
Oh my gosh. Come in. She kind of gestures inside and fixes you guys some hot tea. For those who want hot tea. Anybody else doesn't, she'll get you some water or whatever. So what went down? Did you manage to find the box?
Oh,
And where's the rest of the crew? Are they okay?
Crew's fucked.
What? What?
Oh, the crew from the fishing boat. Yeah, they're kind of fucked. Like, a couple of them survived, though.
Oh, I think the crew's fucked. What?
I mean, to be fair. You see her shake her head and she says, "I knew there was a risk, but they were the ones who volunteered."
And hey, it paid off. We got your shit.
Who has it? Cruz?
I give her the shit.
Cruz. Oh, okay, Cruz. You hand her the box, and she brings out a silver key that she has kind of on this key ring, and opens it. And inside are several tubes of documents, of scrolls and stuff. And she's looking through and just thumbing through, and she heaves a sigh of relief, and she says, "Yes, it's all here. Thank you. Thank you."
It was watertight.
Yes, well, it's magically locked, so it should be fine. But I am sad that it cost so many lives. But this is extremely important.
What is that shit, anyway?
These are deeds to my clan's mines to the far northeast, that's the direction, to the northeast. There has been some considerable dispute over the ownership of these mines and quite a bit of bloodshed between several rival clans, and hopefully this will clear things up and end that bloodshed.
That is the idea.
What's in the mine?
Or,
Everything. Yes. Metal mines of value.
am I getting a I genuinely have a right to this and I'm trying to prove it vibe, or an someone else has the right to it and I'm trying to grab it vibe?
Make an insight check.
19.
19. It seems like it belongs to her.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems legitimate.
Well,
She says, "Well, what can I do to repay you? You said no to payment, but I feel like you should get something out of the deal. You risked a lot."
We rejected payment?
I think so. I think Alina was the one who said.
fuck would we reject payment?
I think Alina was the one who said we don't need payment, but okay, well here. She will offer you.
Why don't we do this? We
So
are...
we can reject payment, we can still.
Yeah, I think Alina did, but
Give me 2 seconds to... Okay, there we go. So here's the thing. We are actually here... I think Alina's gonna say this, because
Okay.
it makes sense for her too. It's like, well, here's the thing. We are here on behalf of my uncle.
your uncle. Or does she look like herself?
No,
Does
she doesn't.
Okay.
Or rather,
Your
like,
uncle.
I like to think of him as an uncle. He's really a close friend. You may know him as the former Pirate King.
You see her eyes narrow slightly and she leans back in her chair and she says, "Of course. I see,
So-
continue."
We would value your support in our quest to return things to the way they were.
She chuckles ever so slightly and she says, "I am not at all surprised that he put you up to this. Though I am surprised that you were led into the prison to go see him. But I suppose for all that you've done for me so far, it is worth it. But it's not going to be easy to unseat Rousseau. He has been wanting this position for a long time, and I fear that he will do anything to keep it."
Then we will be ready to deal with whatever he has coming.
Cruz is just wincing. Oh my gosh.
I'm Alina. I'm edgy.
And she says, "What is your
My whole family
plan?
is dead. Okay, go ahead.
If I support restoring the Pirate King to his position, what is your plan to actually get Rousseau to abide by that?"
We'll let you know if it works out.
Yeah, it's not that far ahead.
Very well. I am not particularly fond of Rousseau. Honestly, I think he's a bit inept. I didn't think that he would go so far as to stage a coup.
It surprised me as well.
Yes. Unfortunately, I've been preoccupied with things going on with my family, but now that you have found the deeds, I can maybe turn my attentions elsewhere.
Well, they do appreciate your support.
Then you shall have it.
You have my thanks, and the thanks of all my dead family.
She just smiles in a sort of grimace like,
I didn't
okay.
actually say that. That was just Jen being funny.
oh my god.
No, it's canon.
Oh dear. Okay.
No, Jen's just being a smartass.
All right.
Ashley, are you okay? How am I doing, guys?
You're playing Alina perfectly.
Oh my god. Alright.
She says, "Go get some rest. You all look terrible.
Yeah, thanks, girl.
I will take care of the remainder of the crew. We will see that their families are informed of what happened.
Alright.
Thank you."
Yeah, sure.
You have fun with that. I don't envy you.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Literally.
It's
Why
not
do you
fun.
guys like this?
I
I don't understand. You have our condolences. They mean well. They're tired.
need my condolences. They can't have my condolences. No, just kidding.
She chuckles slightly and she says, "I understand. Everybody deals with grief in their own way."
Avoidance.
Get the fuck.
All right, and she bids you guys good night. And she sits with the one crew member that you brought to her for a little bit.
That was fun. Let's go home.
In.
All right, you guys return to the inn to rest up.
And wash up, God.
Oh
Yeah, I mean, seawater is not fun.
Can we do a bathhouse episode, guys?
It's like the Suikoden games again.
Yeah, let's sleep for a little bit.
All right, so you guys wash up and pass out for a full night's rest. All right, and you wake up the next morning, and what would you like to do?
What would we like to do?
I have an errand to run.
Ooh.
What errand do you have to run?
I am going to the host tower of the arcane.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I will mention that I am going in case anyone wants to join.
I mean, I don't have other plans. I'll come.
Cool. Like y'all wake up to like they're like pacing in the room, just like I've been awake for 4 hours.
I need to do things.
Just like I'm going to the host tower of the arcane. Wanna come?
Yeah, why not? Let's get
And we
smart.
was like, sure. Cool.
Okay. All right. So everybody gets up the next morning, has some breakfast, and then decides to take a field trip to the host tower of the arcane. All right. So heading there, it's on the same island as where like the main fortress, where all the heads of the high captains gather. So you do get to view a little bit of the fortress. It is very, very well fortified. You do see a few more of those arcane cannons around the fortress there. And the host tower, however, which looks like a giant petrified tree, you don't see anybody walking around outside. And as you approach the doors, they swing open.
Okay.
It's like show offs.
Magic. Love it.
Magic.
What's it like inside?
Inside, it looks like a beautiful dark library.
Ooh,
You see spiraling staircases going off in all directions. And you see how branches going off in various directions, as it's almost a little disconcerting, just kind of how like the staircases are all kind of weird and just everything looks slightly lopsided, but it looks very, very cool. For Varram would really enjoy it just because you like books.
Varram likes books because Varram has time to read books.
Yes. And there is a desk with a receptionist, just kind of in the middle, or a librarian, or library receptionist.
And I'm like, I need a witch spell.
Hi, welcome to the host tower of the arcane. Are you a student or an instructor?
Nope.
Or do you have an appointment?
Nope.
The assistant just kind of looks down at her sheet,
Ashley, are you okay?
and she just looks up and she says, that option isn't on here. And she just kind of looks off and kind of calls, let me just go talk to my manager real quick. And another older wizard comes up and greets you and explains, oh, sorry, she's new. How can I help you today?
I need a wish spell.
A wish spell? And you are? Do we have you appointment?
What was it? Rana? Was it Vana? Vara? Vaya? What the fuck?
You don't even remember your own damn name. It was Rana.
Rana, okay. Rana.
Okay.
Temporary resident.
Uh-huh. And you are seeking to do some research about a wish spell?
Oh no, I want to buy one.
I don't think that is for sale. This is more of a research facility.
Very well.
You could perhaps make an appointment with one of the high wizards. But
do they work on commission?
It depends on what the project is.
So look,
Give me just a...
here's the thing. I've got this friend. He's gotten himself into a bit of a situation. The situation being he got himself turned into a lich. I gotta de-lich him.
You gotta de-lich him. And you see that the assistant is just kind of staring at you wide-eyed.
I look at her, I'm like, sorry, I promise, like, this is not gonna happen very often, probably.
You can't promise that. You can't promise that.
Probably.
They're both just kind of going through what looks to be a book of kind of appointments and
I thought you were gonna say stages of grief for a second.
and like schedules, and they're just kind of flipping through, kind of trying to figure out, okay, is there someone here who can help you with this very strange request? When a gentleman in purple robes with a kind of gray, like pointed beard walks up, and you hear his cane kind of smack the floor as he walks up, and he says, "Don't worry about it. I can handle this." And you see that the manager and the other assistant are both kind of heave a sigh of relief. Oh, thank you. It's quite a strange a request, but I'm sure Rana here can explain to you, Master McCallus, and McCallus will greet you all and explain. I hear you have a strange request. Why don't we go to my office and we can sit down and discuss the situation in more detail.
Cool.
Does that sound okay for you?
Sure.
All right. So McCallus will lead you upstairs to like the 4th floor. So it's kind of weird because, again, the floors are kind of jagged and nothing really makes sense in this place. So it's a little disorienting. But he does lead you to this beautiful darkwood office with the it's really interesting because the windows in the office are like crystalline. Meaning that when you looked at the host tower from the outside, it did not appear to have any windows. But from the inside, you can see out.
It's a one-sided mirror window thing.
Magic.
It's more like frosted, but like, yeah. It's like looking through like frosted crystal or something like that. Or glass. So McCullis will bid you to take a seat next to his desk and asks, all right, what seems to be the issue here? I heard a little bit, but what else is going on?
I'll give you a quick rundown.
Give me an in-depth rundown. We need to know as much as we can about this situation.
So, a little over 100 years ago, I was born.
Why don't you start with how your friend became a lich, and why are you attempting to undo this?
Why does it matter why?
It matters because this is not really a decision for someone else to make. Becoming a lich is, for lack of a better way of saying it, it's a personal decision. It's a choice that your friend would have had to make on his own, because the process of becoming one involves doing some very terrible things. And so I'm assuming that your friend probably regrets their decision.
So, real quick, out of character, Elian did say he became the lich to blend in and survive, right? Or did he not say that?
God, what did he actually say? I can't remember what he specifically said, but basically what happened was, he was kind of coerced into becoming one.
Okay, got it.
Like, yeah.
Peer pressure.
So, here's the walk down, if you don't want the rundown. My friend was part of a temple that was overrun by the Red Wizards of Fae? That was that right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. McCullis nods.
Under duress, he allowed them to guide him down that path, presumably for the purpose of survival. This was in the last couple of years. I don't know an exact date. We studied together. And he did manage to escape their influence for a while, but was struck down by a particularly difficult enemy that we encountered a little while ago.
Excuse me.
This was around the time that, you know how there was that time where like people, like some people were just like declining and turning gray and kind of getting a little wrinkly?
The death curse.
Yeah,
Yes.
that. Like, he was killed around the same time as that was lifted. So, he has expressed to me that he is not feeling the whole lich thing. So, I want to de-lich him.
Sorry, that's me laughing, not him. just the lynching. It's just God. It just sounds like a product. Mykalis nods and says, "You are a very dedicated friend to want to do something. However, I can tell you that a wish spell is probably not going to do it."
And what will?
He sits back for a moment and thinks, and he says, "There is a way. You cannot undo lichdom. However, one of the difficulties of being a lich is the fact that every time you die, you are reborn, essentially, and it is an endless cycle. And this is tied to your phylactery. There is a way of severing a lich's link to their phylactery, in which case that lich would just become an ordinary undead, could potentially die a peaceful death, and no longer be tied to endless resurrection."
Is there a way to fix undeath?
Not as far as magic that I know. I feel like that is something that would have to appeal to a much more, a higher power. But it would mean that he would not be tied to his phylactery anymore, and would essentially have some of his freedom back. I mean, he would still be undead, but
He
whatever.
Could, like, put on concealer.
What?
But he could, like,
He goes put on concealer, yes. But anybody who has his phylactery, or anybody who has power over his phylactery, would not have power over him anymore, essentially.
And destroying the phylactery would not kill him.
No, once the link was severed, destroying the phylactery would not.
How does one sever the link?
Mykalis gets up and starts pacing, and he says, "That is the problem, however. There is no easy way of doing this. It is not a simple case of just severing the link. It's more, you have to link it to someone else. Essentially, you have to tie a divine soul to that phylactery that would basically take his place."
How divine are we talking? Like, do I have to kill a god?
Not quite that divine. Any sort of...
Sorry.
Let's see, what is the term? I think it is just divine. It's anyone who possesses divine blood. It could be...
Hi, Mira.
Any
How's
kind.
it going?
Keep going.
Mykalis looks at Mira and just kind of, "Are you okay?"
I look over, I'm like, oh yeah, she's got divine blood.
No, I am a simple human farmer girl.
That sometimes throws things.
Lima. Lima. That's my name. She's a liar. I have no idea what she's talking about. I have never been in a church ever in my life. True story.
What about that
That's
time,
a fake story because you were in church in
what
Barovia.
about that time we like broke into a church and killed everyone there?
She's trying to save her brother.
They were
McCullous's eye sits back down.
Anyway. Divine blood, go on.
Oh my god.
He just kind of looks back and forth between you and Mira, and he's just like, I am not supposing that you are going to sacrifice your friend for another friend, but that's essentially what would need to happen. It would require a powerful ritual, but yes.
And what if
Would it hurt?
you know that practice where like people like slice their hands open and shake hands and like we're blood brothers now? Does
That's
that count?
gross.
And pass disease to each other? Yes. Does that what?
Does that count for having divine blood if I just like grab someone with divine blood and be like,
I'm afraid not. It's not entirely just their blood. It's more their soul. Their soul's going to be tied to the phylactery.
ah shit.
I mean,
Mary, got any friends?
oh. I mean, like, I have a family, but I don't know if that's...
It's probably not the right way to answer that question.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not opposed. I mean, would I, like, be undead? I've already been undead before, so, like,
Yeah, you kind of were.
would it be, like, divine and undead? Or would I just, like,
See,
die?
here's the thing, I would use my soul, but it ain't divine. Really ain't.
McCullough says it is entirely possible that you may lose physical form.
That's fine.
Ghost?
Terrifying. Oh, wow.
So, wait. So, this divine soul that would be connected would possibly lose form.
Physical form, yes.
Physical
Did you,
form.
did you get it back? Is it lost somewhere?
Now, are we
No, it's
talking-
more a consequence of the ritual itself. As I said, this is a very difficult thing that we would be attempting to do, and it does not come without a cost.
Is the cost the body? Where does the body go?
Yes.
Now, are we talking like how divine are we talking? Like
Let me see. Let me look this up real quick because I need to move my mic out of the way so I can see what I am doing. Let me see.
How y'all feeling tonight? A lot of.
Is that in or out of character? Are you asking?
You know what? I'll do it in character.
As we're having this serious conversation.
Yeah. Hey, hi, just checking in on you guys. How's you guys feeling? I know we just did like a whole thing. What's up?
I mean, I feel weird. I mean, I don't mind sacrificing myself as long as we find my body. That's totally...
Well, we're not gonna sacrifice you. I don't think that's the way.
I'm not afraid of death. I've escaped it twice now.
Oh my god.
I think you're running out of lives.
I know it would be like an Aasimar, a Planetar. I'm trying to see if any of there are any other beings that have
Don't
like
reptile.
What'd you say?
Oh, this is some Dragon Age shit.
Celestial races. There we go. Let me see.
I'm
what
not the
ours-
one who got excited about prime numbers or whatever. Integers.
You could be two nerds.
I feel attacked right now. Yikes.
Okay, so it's like celestial beings. So angels. Yeah, the most common one would be Aasimar.
Find a badass Aasimar.
Where
Besides
the
me.
hell?
Or find an angel, or find a planetar, or find some other being that has celestial blood.
Oh, shit, okay.
Hard. Alright. Is there like, do we have any other options?
Leave him as he is. As in the end, it was his own decision that brought this on.
It was like a coerced decision.
The thing about it is, in order to become a lich, you have to commit atrocities. And at some point, it has to be under your own power. It's not as simple as, everybody just pressuring you to do something. You actually have to be willing to do all this terrible stuff yourself.
What kind of terrible stuff?
Torture, murder, in the most
Yeah.
heinous ways.
Not particularly new to him.
Oh yeah.
I would imagine not, if he had enough damage to his soul to become a lich.
What? Your soul has to be damaged to become a lich.
Yes.
Can we fix it?
Yeah.
Not externally, no. Like,
Can we
again,
stick together?
yeah, no.
With super glue?
Can we do some like osmosis jelly?
The first thing that comes to mind is, so in Harry Potter, how
How killing splits the soul.
yeah, essentially, kind of. It's like, yo, you can't really put that together.
What do you know, or what can you tell me in more depth about the process of becoming a lich?
Becoming one, all I know is that there's a ritual involved, and you do have to create sacrifices. A lot of sacrifices. We're talking hundreds. Perhaps even thousands, depending on the person and how strong their soul is.
You might want to talk to your boy.
I think Varram's gonna get up and walk out.
Oh. Okay, we'll follow her. I'll follow her.
Mira, are you staying in there or are you leaving?
She's like,
Awkwardly
you give me a
staring at
protection
him.
charm against my friend.
So tell me more about the divine soul thing. Like, that's so weird.
Mikala just sort of shakes his head and he says, give your friend some time. I know this information is probably not what she wanted to hear, but unfortunately what she is asking is an extremely difficult task and not without its challenges. I don't think that she would sacrifice you. You are too adorable.
I mean, I don't mind sacrifice. Like I said, escape death twice now. Totally fine.
And how did that happen? Why don't you tell me this interesting story of how you escaped death twice?
Oh my god, I hear her calling me right now. Lima, oh my god, I gotta go.
All right. Lena just bails out.
Do you have a business card? No? Okay. We'll come back.
All right, so you guys leave McCullough in his office. Where do you go, Varram?
I think I go to the most secluded place I can find. Now, what is the most secluded place I can find? Because I don't know shit about this place.
There is a area. You go further up a few more random stairs. Not really sure where they lead. Eventually, you find an opening that is almost like a rooftop garden, but it's kind of at the center of like the sphere. So there's like a little bit of a cylinder of light coming down from the very top of the tower, and there is just kind of this small fountain and just a small garden with some benches around it.
I'm gonna sit on the ground by the fountain
Okay.
and just kind of stare at the water.
And what do the rest of you do?
I'll
Did she
talk.
ditch us? Or
No,
Did you ditch us?
No, I'm still
I
there.
thought you guys were following her.
I
yeah,
thought
we are. But just in case, Baron's like, whoop-ah.
Yeah. Sometimes people just want to be alone. You gotta be able to pick up on that. So I'll go to sit there. And honey, how are we feeling? What's
No, not really.
Wendy?
Someone would when he said that he... Oh, you weren't there. Shit. The first time we ran into him in Chalt, in Omu actually, he told me that he never enjoyed the shit that went down at back home. But in order to become a lich, it sounds like he had to do the same shit and maybe kill hundreds or thousands of people. And I get it, when it's do that or die, it's not a simple choice. And it's easy to judge from the outside, where I was able to get out and hide. But I don't know what to do if he committed all of those acts. Because, like, look, a death here and a death there, shit happens. Sometimes you gotta kill. But that many people is too much. And I don't know if he truly didn't want to commit those acts, or he was just trying to save his own skin.
Well, we can't really know unless you ask him, you know? And if you just sit here turning it over in your head, it'll drive you crazy.
I would ask him if I could. He is, however, slightly indisposed at the moment, I would imagine.
Just a touch.
You saw a little bit of what my order was about back in that weird-ass dream that those hag bitches had us in.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell the three of you? Alina seems a little bit spacey right now. Did I tell the three of you anything aside from that? Because I don't think I did.
I don't think so. You said you killed the cult?
What?
I think you said you killed your cult?
Not quite. I look around. Is anyone around? Is anyone listening to me tell the story of my fucking cult?
Just your friends.
Okay. I told you all that Elian was my brother, and he is. But he's not my biological brother. Best I know, according to my adoptive parents, my parents are dead. I don't know if they are or not. Don't really care at this point. But I ended up adopted into an organization, we'll call it charitably, called the Order of the Crimson Thorn. And it was let's be real, it was a fucking cult. And the deity of this particular cult was, I don't fucking know how to pronounce this, Loviatar. And as I grew up, they figured out Varram knows her shit around a sword. And Varram knows her shit around daggers and hands and nails and other shit. And this entire order was based around the idea that in pain there is truth. Pain is in the mind, and by overcoming pain, you can learn truth, bend it, and ignore it. Essentially, the practices were the more pain you can endure, the more respect you would, we'll call it clout, the more clout you would have.
Pretty weird. Where did he come up with that?
For a long time, I didn't realize that what we were doing was wrong in the least, because everyone around me was like, cool, you want to do some slicing? Sure. That's fine. But one of the initiation ceremonies is enacting pain on someone who is not in the order. And that was the first time I really figured out that it ain't so great for other people. Turns out people don't like getting sliced into and tortured and hurt. So after a while, I was like, this is fucked up. So I left. Except I took one of my adoptive father was essentially the leader of our sect, and he was a fucking nightmare. So I took his favorite relic on my way out. Apparently, that relic was the only thing standing in between home and detection by other orders and by other entities in the area. And without that relic, the place was wiped out. So it is in fact my fault that my brother had to do that.
Well.
So a quick rundown, I was in a torture cult. My brother apparently wasn't feeling it either, and I left him there. And I also took away their only protection. Now, according to him, dad, mom, all that shit, they're dead. That's fine. They sucked. But in effect, it is my fault that the entire sect in that area was wiped out, and my brother had to become a lich.
Is it really? I mean, let's level here. Let's level here. You didn't know you didn't know what consequences your actions could have. You couldn't see the future. You didn't know the importance of that relic.
Right. But that doesn't change what happened as a result of me taking it. And I don't even know whether I should be happy or sad about my fucking parents dying. And up until the day we found Elian in Omu, I was like, fuck Elian too. Until he told me, yeah, I wasn't feeling it either, and then you left me there.
I mean, again, you had no idea.
I didn't have to take the relic.
You don't have to do anything. It's easier to not do anything than to do anything. Believe me, I know.
That seems like Cruz's motto in life.
Leave.
But I lost my train of thought.
I think what I'm the most scared of is I lost most of my family was, I loved them for a long time, and then I didn't. I lost my best friend and brother. I found him again. And I think I've lost him for a second time, and I'm not sure that I want to find him again. But at the same time, I do. And that's a very difficult feeling to reconcile in my mind. And I don't know if he's a mass murderer. Or whether he wanted to be, or whether he still wants to be, or whether he was lying to me and Omu about never having liked the Order at all.
I mean, you change.
Yeah.
He could change too. It's not ever too late to change. Even if, you know, mass murder and whatnot.
Well, something.
They were too late. They were too late. They were too late.
Well.
And here's the thing. Here's the really, really fucked up thing. They're not wrong. You can ignore the truth by learning to endure amazing amounts of pain. Ain't no one can make you talk if you already learned to resist it. They're right. And if you look on literally any part of my body that is not currently clothed right now, or rather that is currently clothed right now, you will see proof of that in many, many shits. in many, many scars. I did learn an amazing amount from these people. But it's not a truth that should be forced on anyone. Who the fuck is texting me?
We're having a dramatic moment.
Damn it.
So I guess the ultimate question is, what the hell do I do?
Well, I mean, I can't.
I hate having morals. This sucks.
Yeah, it's real bullshit.
I mean, I don't know about that, but this is this is not easy. And I can't really offer much because this is like, you know, my life, the worst thing that ever happened to me is like this. And then like this is like, so like I can't offer anything besides my help. So
I mean, I'm not particularly in the habit of comparing hardships. I find that if you're having a hard time, then you're having a hard time.
That's fair, but
Here
this
we
is
go.
like breaking my brain right now because, you know, this is like a nightmare to me. So I feel so awful and I don't know what to do, but...
On the bright side, like, I don't have to worry about, like, family gatherings.
No more family reunions. No more cookouts.
We can pretend to be one. Oh, wait, I have the lasagna.
Lasagna? Family event.
And you see Varen pull out, like, from her bag, like, deep in her bag, just like a small figurine, and just like...
You still have it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait.
You also recognize it as the thing I asked you all to burn if I died in fucking Chalt.
Oh, Natch.
This piece of shit has caused so much damn trouble.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
And I've carried it for hundreds of miles, and I don't even know why.
Can I touch it?
Yeah. And Varen hands it to you.
Identify on it?
Be careful, girl. You got divine blood.
Remind me.
Yes. It is magical. It is basically a. Let's see. Hang on one second. Let me look something up because.
Hey, what is it? What am I
Yeah, it's a relic. It's a magical relic. Let me look something up real quick, though.
So, hi guys, this is Varram backstory. Y'all only waited a year and a half to figure it out.
Woo!
Like,
It is basically a figure of Loviatar, the Maiden of Pain. So it is a woman with holding a scourge that is kind of wrapped around her. And you do detect that there is some magic around it that basically originally just created like a shield around a certain area that would protect it from scrying and other like divine or divination. That's what I'm thinking.
Is it fucking on?
keep that.
No.
Is it what?
I asked if it was on because the
No.
freaking hags found us.
No. It basically would have to be in the temple. So removing it from its place of worship kind of kaputted it.
Okay, so you have some trash.
If you take it back and put it back, it might work again, but that doesn't really help you guys much.
And honestly, some part of me wonders. My parents told me so many fucking lies. Despite all of their shit about pain is truth. They told me this was normal. They told me this is what everyone does. Don't worry about it. We're just special.
That's creepy.
Yeah, right.
Oh shit.
And I can't help wondering what else they lied about. Like my actual parents, or, is Elliot even their biological son? Anyway, I'm having an identity crisis. How are you?
I don't know how to be helpful to you, Varram, but I put my hand on her shoulder. I'm here for you.
Yeah.
You like need a shoulder. This is also out of my wheelhouse.
I think Varram just like it is continually tense for a second, and then just kind of like.
Aww.
Mira's just gonna like slide herself in. Like,
I just imagine like Cruz and Mira hugging, and then Mira just kind of goes in between and just.
I think you just feel like a very, very quiet. Love you guys.
Aw.
I don't mind sacrificing myself for you. I'll do anything for you.
I'm just like, no, the fuck you won't. I am not losing another sibling a friend to this.
She called you a sibling.
Mira heard that. I have a passive perception of 25. I still heard that.
I'm not losing a friend to this bullshit.
I know, Varram, the cat's out of the bag. You love us.
We love you too.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
And I let her
Just fix us
go.
all up.
Y'all are good friends or something.
Yeah, we are.
And like Cruz, you're this weird like dad figure, even though you're younger than me.
Yeah, I just look older. It's it's the aesthetics.
Irresponsibility that really catches up on that age, huh?
So I guess the answer is really, I take this thing that I stole and killed a few hundred people with and just put it back in my bag and let it sit there.
What you could do.
Just go to therapy?
Definitely that. Really get yourself a good therapist. But also, you could maybe do a little something for them. You could we could burn this like you already wanted and have like a little ceremony maybe, just like to, I don't know, give you some closure maybe. I feel like you seem really choked up about this killing 100 people thing accidentally, which is understandable.
I prefer killing on purpose.
That's fair.
He gets back his spear for Baron.
Backs up a little bit.
I have no issue fighting with a purpose, as you well know.
Mm-hmm.
But killing innocents is not my style. And to be fair, none of the people in that camp were innocent. By any means. But they were also not the reason that life sucked.
Two
Also,
things that
like-
are true.
It's just too easy. Like, it just isn't fun if you can kill 100 people in one go.
Cruz just backs up ever so slightly again.
All right, girl. Ooh, you guys are grim. Whew, whew.
But, there it is. There's my entire fucked up story.
Well, the good news is, Baron. Boy, do I have good news for you. The good news for you, Baron, is that the story is not over. The rest is still unwritten.
Where's your door? I need you to go through your. You need to leave right now.
I gotta run Natasha Bedingfield her check. Ugh.
One bard thing for the day. Like,
That's all you get.
Well,
I mean that though.
one would hope. Question is who gets to write the rest of it.
You.
you. Pen? We can get you a pen.
For
You
real.
don't- Just or like we could dip, say, like my rapier into something and like write it. We
You
can
got
do.
two.
I suppose I can write the rest of the story in the blood of my enemies.
Yeah, you got 2 pens.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you fist fight?
I thought you were gonna stop at how do you fist, and I was like, what?
Woo! Hey guys, here's a non sequitur.
How do you fist fight? You ball your hand up like this, and you
Oh,
hit
that was
'em.
that was an Ashley question. I don't know.
It's canon. It's canon. These things you say, they're canon now.
Cruz has never been in a fist fight.
Yes,
No,
he
he didn't.
totally has.
He canonically has.
Maybe there's a fighting ring here. There has to be a fighting ring here.
Oh,
It's a
there's.
fucking pirate town.
I mean, Lonnie, is there a fighting pit here? I would know.
There's not an organized one, but you can go to any bar and start a fight. I mean, you can go anywhere in town and start a fight. Like,
Let's not go to jail.
I mean, we can get in and out of jail just fine.
Yeah, but it's like a stinky jail.
You've been in it?
yes, he has.
We went to go see that last.
Oh,
Do me a
oh
favor.
God.
If we ever make it back to Waterdeep, let's go back to that fucking fighting ring.
Excuse me?
I have some
Bless you.
feelings to punch out. And, like, I have done entirely too much lovey-dovey, tender nonsense for one day.
Ah.
I mean, you could fight us. Like, we could just like go to the beach and fight.
I don't want to fight you.
Oh, is it because it'd be too easy?
No.
Get his ass.
I don't want to fight you. I like you guys.
Aww. We like you too.
Not your first mistake.
Maybe we could like. I mean, I'm down for bar brawl. Ah! And she like does this like, oh yeah, my like 0 strength. Oh yeah.
Queen.
To be fair, I also have 0 strength. I just have a shit ton of dex.
I just have spells. And
Well,
Do you guys want to get in a family? Hey, do you guys want to get in a family bar fight?
yeah. Yes.
maybe that'll make me feel better. Maybe I just want to
Okay,
get
trouble.
blackout fucking drunk.
We could also do that, but that's not a good. You might not want to have that as your go-to. That's a once in a while thing.
That's fair. Can this be once in a while?
Yeah, this can be the once in a while.
Okay. Let's go drink.
Let's do that tonight. We should probably get some headway on this captain shit. Who do we still have? You have Milton. I just fucking hate him because his name is. I knew this dude named Milton in high school, and he was a real punk ass nerd. I hated him. He's not in a nerd way like you guys, like cool nerds. Like he was just like a sweater vestie.
I mean, it may be better to start with Varram
Verlaine.
Yeah, because Milton is a bit of a bitch.
Oh yeah, that's right there. Well, I got idiot and coward in the notes.
That said, he does have thugs that I could beat up.
Well, we could also just talk to the thugs.
Or beat up.
Let's go beat up some fucking thugs.
I'm in the talking to the thugs camp. I just feel like violence doesn't have to always be the answer.
She's grieving, Cruz. Let her have it.
We're gonna get in a family bar fight tonight, okay? Let's
I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight you guys. I like having y'all alive.
No, I mean family bar fight with other people.
Oh.
We're gonna fight other people. Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna get sloshed and fight other people. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're gonna get twisted. How many ways can I say drunk? Drunk.
You are the actual drunkle.
Literally. He's only drunk once this whole campaign. Twice.
Hi to Freya.
Hi,
Freya.
She's in a bowl.
I didn't realize her feet were white. That's cute.
She's
Spready
got
toes.
socks.
Spready toes.
No.
Tickle her toes.
All right, so
bar shit.
So you want to hit
see Milton?
Okay, Milton or Varram?
Oh.
Milton.
Okay. Because Varram is the dude who switched allegiances.
Yeah.
Dudette.
Dude.
Okay.
Them.
Which
Person?
one? Varram?
Person.
Varram is they, them, yeah.
Person of indeterminate gender.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Oh my god.
There he is.
Please help me.
All right, so we need to figure out why Varram switched.
Yeah.
So let's hit Milton first.
Yep.
Metaphorically. Oh wait, hold on. Let's chat this out first. What's our tactic for approaching Milton? He's an idiot. He's a coward. He's a bitch.
Seduction. Cruz, seduce him.
Yeah, he's hard to sway. The newest member of the council, appointed by Russo after the coup. Dumbass coward has thugs.
We could just beat him up. I mean, if you're a coward.
I mean, I don't think we need to beat up a high captain. That seems like a poor idea.
I mean, we could do something other than beat him up. There are other ways to convince someone to change their mind.
There are other ways.
Suggestion. You're right. I do have that spell.
Aaron just pulls out a knife.
Suggestion. What happens when suggestion wears off?
Fear says that. If you're acting out of character, let me see, because it's 8 hours. I mean, I could just visit him, the next day and be like, boom, you still are crazy for us cool people. And that's it. What? Come on.
I guess to do the suggestion plan, we would need to know when the next vote is. When's the next vote? Do we know that?
You do not.
Cool. Great. Love that. I'm just saying shit. Well,
You can find where he lives.
we could... let's figure out where we can operate from. Let's scope his shit out and let's see what we want to do. Because it's all theoretical right now.
All right. Let's go ahead and take our break, and then we will hit back in about 10 minutes. We'll be right back. Welcome back. All right, so where would you guys like to go next?
We're going to find fucking Milton. Milton.
Little Bixton.
Okay. How are you going to find him? You're just going to ask around? What are you going to do?
Ask after Captain Drac.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or let Clint ask after Captain Drac.
Whoever wants to do it, go ahead and make a investigation check for me.
I'll go ahead. Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay, never mind. I was like, what are you?
I get a 19.
19, very nice. All right, so you guys wander around a little bit. You manage to talk to some of the guards around, and generally speaking, you find out pretty early on, because the host tower is right next to the High Captain's Council, that there is a meeting currently being held there, and Captain Drac is in it.
Don't love that.
We can wait.
You can, but maybe, I don't. There might the other captain's coming out if we do that.
Yeah.
We like spy.
Are all of the captains in there?
To your knowledge, yes.
Where is his base of operations?
Well, his office is what?
His base of operations.
Yes, his boo. It's toward the northeast of the city.
Let's go.
Where I'm pinging.
Yeah, let's head there instead.
Oh, there, I see.
Yeah.
Why don't we go there?
I'd love to go there instead.
All right. So you guys wander that way throughout the city. And as you start to approach, one thing you notice is that his place of operations is not really a place of operation. It's basically just it's just his home, and it's pretty normal. It doesn't look like he has a whole lot of money. He's got some of his thugs who are just kind of chilling outside, but all in all, it looks very unimpressive.
What's this guy's fucking deal?
Does he have a balcony by any chance?
He does, yes, around the back.
You gonna climb up to it? You gonna walk up to it?
Are there thugs by the balcony?
The balcony kind of goes all the way around, but there's thugs in the front. But yeah, around the back, there's not really anybody.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
what if I were to just walk up the edge of the wall?
I mean, I could see you doing that.
You've done it before.
I've done it before.
We're used to it.
Do y'all want to come?
I mean, we can't walk up walls. I
can
mean,
lower
she
a
can
rope.
fly.
I can
Oh.
lower a rope. But ultimately, the question is, how much time do we want to take, and what happens if we get caught?
All right. What are we looking
Have a
at?
look out.
Incriminating information. He's a coward. He wouldn't want any incriminating evidence getting out.
You're right. I can stay out here and keep watch because climbing a rope sucks.
Mira, do you want to come?
Yeah.
Cool. Alina's probably gonna keep watch with Cruz.
And we have like, you guys. One of you guys has the earring.
Yeah.
All right. So, Varamira, you're doing the sneaky thing, so go ahead and roll stealth.
Right. I will spend the key points to do pass without trace, so we get a +10.
Okay.
Oh man.
What are Cruz and Alina doing? How are you? Are you guys doing another performance in the front?
I think they're just walking around, right?
We're just like in the back, like keeping an eye out, making sure nobody comes.
All right.
35.
Blending in with the thugs.
Yeah,
I'm new today. It's fine.
fine.
That's a total of 34.
Very nice. All right, so you guys managed to sneak around the back unnoticed by the thugs, who don't really seem like they're actually really looking out for people. They're just more chilling and hanging out.
That sounds right.
Yeah. And how are you getting in?
Balcony.
Okay, you hop up. Mira.
Do you have rope?
I do. I lower a rope for her.
Okay.
I also look around real quick to make sure there's no like city watch or anything watching us get to the house.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Alright. Oh, that's good. That's 25.
25. You don't see anybody who's paying much attention to you.
Cool. I lower a rope for Mara.
I climb.
All right. You are up on the second story balcony.
Uh,
There is a door that leads out to the balcony. There's also shuttered windows.
let's check for traps.
Yeah, on the door. And
The
like
door.
check.
Okay.
Let's check.
I'd like to assist.
Oh god, I hate math. It's a really big number. It's higher than 22.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
That's good. It does not appear to be trapped. It is locked.
I'll pick the lock.
Yeah, I'm picking it. Picky. Natural 20.
Nice. With absolute ease, you just slide that lock open and the door just pushes in ever so slightly.
Mira just blows on it and it opens.
Yes.
The divine soul, you know.
What's right inside?
All right, inside you see an empty office. Again, nowhere near as impressive as some of the other offices, particularly Zophrenia's. It's very disorganized. There is a mismatched bookshelf there that doesn't seem to match the desk, which is pretty worn. There are crates for seats in front of it. There are just random papers everywhere.
Broke bitch.
I want to leaf through all the papers and look around the room in general and see if there's anything that's like, Lamau, this guy's a dumbass.
Yeah, same.
You're gonna
All right.
leaf through it
Make investigation checks, please.
because you're a wood elf.
Can I choose to assist Mara instead of taking my own?
Yeah, if you want to.
I assist.
Oh, okay, assist. Yeah, I was like, oh, woof. It's not better. Okay, so what's 19?
19? Okay. There's a lot of randomness. You do find some ledgers that are basically detailing how much he's paying his thugs, which is not a whole lot. How much he's making from Rousseau, which is not a whole lot. And the fact that he doesn't have a whole lot of money on his own. Rousseau is kind of been loaning him money to pay his thugs. You also find that there are so there's like a journal kind of tucked away that basically talks about, it's not really a journal, it's him bitching about random shit. I mean, it's not like Dear Diary, it's more like, fuck this shit is stupid. But he basically is complaining about Rousseau requiring him to put more thugs around the lighthouse. And Varram Verlaine being really annoyed by that. And basically him and Varram getting into an argument about that. Yeah.
Okay, the lighthouse is important then. Okay. What else is on this floor?
There's like a bedroom and like a storage room, and that's pretty much it. It's not a big place.
Investigate the bedroom.
Okay. There are some thugs in like the common room downstairs there's a balcony on the other side of when you go out the office door. So you will be visible.
Is there shadow in either room?
The doors are closed, but I would say at the end of the hallway, you might be able to vamp there.
Okay.
I'll turn invisible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can only do that when I'm not in bright light, so I can't do that right now, but I can sneak.
Okay, I'm turning invisible.
You're turning invisible? Okay, go ahead. And roll me another stealth check for sneaking out the office.
Check to see if Path Without Trace is... It's an hour, so we should still have time for that, right?
Yeah.
That's a natural 20.
Very nice.
Ooh.
All right. The people downstairs, you notice a couple of them are gathered around a little like kitchen table and playing cards and generally not really paying a whole lot of attention. So you're able to sneak out of the office and over to the bedroom. Is that where you're going? Okay. So you head to the bedroom. Door is not locked.
Cool. Let's fucking open it.
All right. You slip inside, and it's a bedroom. There is a wardrobe. There is a fairly small bed. Nothing really. There's a chest that has like some random clothes and what few possessions he seems to have. He doesn't really seem to have a whole lot.
I want to go rifling through carefully his shit, see if I can find anything else.
All right. Make another investigation check.
Let's see. Oh, that's bad. That's like it's like a 9.
9. All right. Mostly like clothes and stuff. Nothing of great value.
Cool. All right. Okay, so I guess all we have to go on is the journal. Cool. I guess we head back outside.
Okay.
Anything else you want to look at?
Was the mismatched bookcase a secret door?
If you want to check on it, go ahead, make an investigation check.
And I'm onto something here. Oh God, 21.
21. No, it is a shitty bookshelf that does not match anything else in the office.
Rip. It's worse.
Should we just like torch this place?
No.
Vandalism? Anything to make you feel better? I don't know. I just want you to.
Do you want me to burn stuff? Would that make you feel better?
I'll be okay. I'll be okay. It took me by surprise. That's all.
That's fair. Just give me seconds, though. No. Send him a message. Don't fuck with us.
Mary just became a thug. Just
You're a strange but good friend.
Mira craves violence.
When you escape death twice.
let me tell you, you didn't escape it the first time. You died, but you just came back.
I just need a good fight. That's all.
Escape. Okay.
Let's refrain from the arson for now.
Okay. For now.
For now.
Let's get
Let's
off
go
the
back outside and meet up with Cruz Lena.
All right, you meet up with Cruz, Lena back outside, who are just kind of chilling around and not really doing anything.
Did you guys find out?
He's a nerd.
Yeah. Apparently, they've been stationing a lot of their thugs around the Lighthouse. And also, he doesn't really like all the responsibility he's been given, it sounds like.
Interesting.
And also he hates Varram, but you know.
So why is he stationing these fucking dudes around the lighthouse?
I don't know, but I think we should go find out.
All right. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys this. When I took a little night walk the other day, last night, I guess. No, not last night. Another night. The lighthouse.
Oh my god, BB, I love that ramen. Go.
Shin ramen's yummy. Yes.
The lighthouse is it's new. I think that was new, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't here 30 years ago. I don't know how new it is, but it wasn't here 30 years.
Well, it's new enough. Let's
New
check
enough.
it out.
Let's get it.
Maybe it has a
Let's
false
get it.
bottom.
What?
Maybe it has a false bottom. Are we thinking night or day for the checkout? I think night.
You think night? Well, I don't have night vision.
Shit.
Don't you have that like?
I do have one more charge on the thing.
Oh, it doesn't recharge.
No, it's just like a like once it's gone, it's gone. It's a charm.
Oh. Okay, I thought you had that like fire bag.
Oh, I do have the pouch of firelight. That's just like a light.
No.
That does also defeat the purpose of stealth.
That's
Yes,
true.
It does. I'm not very stealthy to begin with.
We'll just hold your hand.
How about this? How about let's peek the lighthouse, like daytime, see if we want to see, and then decide. Just like
Okay.
okay.
So I guess as we're moving through the city, I want to take stock of like the concentration of thugs the thug to civilian ratio?
Thug to civilian ratio. I will say like 1 to like every 20.
Okay.
Like a lot of them are concentrated around the center of the city because that's where all the business takes care of, and on the docks.
Okay.
Random scatterings around the market. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Good to know.
I know you didn't tell Cruz this, but it sounds to me just like me thinking with my brain. It sounds to me like Rousseau is like propping up Milton for some reason, but there's not like a good reason for it. He's like,
Yeah.
he's
like-
and he's like indebting him to him also.
Ooh, that's a good point.
So like, what does he have to gain from? Well, he has Milton in his pocket basically.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
I mean, certainly a seat on the council.
Yeah. So he has like he has Milton bought basically. So he has a guaranteed vote.
Right.
So we just need to figure out what his deal is with Varram and deal with that because I don't think we can.
Yeah.
I don't think we can do Milton without doing Rousseau.
Also, we could always, once we get the support of the other captains, aside from Rousseau, we can always be like, yo, we have the other captain ready to back you up, just vote against him.
Yeah.
Suggestion, too.
We'll see.
Let's get it. Let's look at this lighthouse.
All right, let's look at
Okay.
the lighthouse. And like, as
All right.
in the lighthouse, I want to take stock of the thug to civilian ratio and see if it's high.
If it's higher, yes. I seriously thought that like you just froze and repeated yourself. I'm like, wait a minute, you just said that. Okay, well, never mind. So you head towards the lighthouse. So the lighthouse is on an island out. It's like the south of Cutlass Island. So even though it shows it attached, it's not actually attached. You have to actually like take a ship out to get. Oh, actually, no, that's wrong.
It's like
Wait, is
one
that
of
the
those
lighthouse?
things where it's like when the tide goes out, you can go.
It's over here. It's on Fang Island. I keep thinking that this is it, but no, it's over here on Fang Island.
That's an understandable mistake. That looks like a lighthouse.
It does look like a lighthouse. So, because it's on a separate island, you do have to take a boat to actually get to it. However, you can kind of peep from from Cutlass Island over. You do see that. First of all, like the outside of the lighthouse on top of the top of the island there's a wall. There's like it's wooden stakes. It doesn't look permanent. It looks like they built up. It's like a construction wall.
Wow.
You know, they just to bar it from random people coming in and out. You do see scaffolding. You do see a couple boats that are landed there that seem to have a bunch of crates in them. There are a bunch of thugs from what you can see. They're just kind of outside milling around. You don't really see them doing anything in particular. You do see people moving in and out that seem to be removing a lot of stone.
Ooh.
Lighthouse like in construction right now?
From what you can tell with the scaffolding and everything, yes. Although it looks pretty done.
Is there like a common like uniform between the people who are like doing construction?
Yeah, like brown clothes. Just your typical I can't think of words right now. Think about like your entry level crafting gear in Final Fantasy. That kind of crap.
Okay.
Yes. The level 1 crafting gear. That's what they're wearing. It's awful. Just baggy jute clothes.
I need to show you
And
my
leather
outfit
boots.
that I have because I look like a grandma.
It's so
Okay.
bad.
We
I
don't.
guess my other question is, can we see like where, like, I guess if there's like a new shift, can we see like where they're going possibly, or?
Make a perception check. How long are you guys hanging out and like monitoring?
An hour. Oh, that's bad. That's 16.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
8 billion. No, 21.
Oh,
All right.
you guys got that.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the time of day, but you do see there is a shift at some point. It seems to be closer to like when the day shift shifts to the night shift, but you do see some of the activity from as the sun starts to go down. Some of the activity slows down as far as the shipping of stone.
I wonder if Zelipharn could get us close enough at night to get on there.
Yeah, probably.
Do you think we could like?
Because we don't want anyone knowing that we were like, take us to Fang Island at this time.
Yeah, true.
But
Could we try and
Zelipharn-
blend in with like the people that work there?
What?
Could we try and blend in with the people that work there?
Yeah.
Maybe, but Cruz is a little too recognizable. Except we have hats to disguise.
He's still big.
I can
They can't
disguise
exactly
myself as an
see
orc
a
thing.
dragon.
I can disguise myself as an orc thug.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess I can disguise myself as a half orc.
Do we have Because whose favor do we have? I forgot the dwarf's name.
Oh,
You have Elgrutha is the a dwarf.
Okay. And why would we ask?
And you have Zophrenia, who is the dragonborn.
Oh yeah. Okay.
out of 5.
We already got her favor.
She was already in favor.
Yeah, she's already on his side.
Okay. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. I mean, we could ask her. I mean, but also worst case scenario, sneaky time, dress up monologue and montage. We can do that. We can
Like,
totally.
with my magic, we could sneak in there.
Yeah.
All of us.
Wait, all of us?
Oh, why wouldn't it be all of us?
What?
You don't want all of us to sneak in?
No, I mean, can all of us sneak?
All right.
Looks at
Alright.
Cruz.
If we use my magic, we have a reasonable chance.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right,
Let's do it.
Get it. Let's get it.
Do we want to do this tonight?
Yes.
I mean, I'm. Mira's not that smart. PB is worried that that they're meeting up right now, so I
Who's
feel like the
meeting?
sooner we can figure out what this.
Oh, the captain?
Yeah, the captain.
Oh, that's a good point. They're all in a meeting right now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you could put a move. Ooh, that's a good point.
Fuck it, let's go.
Fuck it. Do we still want to disguise?
I want to kidnap some disguises.
No.
Punch someone and take their clothes. No.
What if we were to call Zelipharn? He can't be far.
Let's get it. Let's call our little boy.
Alright, let's go to the far south of the island.
This little.
Far
Great.
south of the island. Okay. You head to the far south of the island.
I think the southeast, so we're not within, like, the advantage of the island.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you guys head down to the beach, just kind of skirting around.
Go to the beach.
Yes. Beach combing.
Zelipharn!
Telephone.
Our friend Zelipharn!
Little boy.
Wait. What's the fucking vine?
I want to see my little boy.
You're just calling out. You don't really hear a response. There's no response so far.
How the fuck do we call it?
Sweet baby boy who I love so
Paper
much.
bird,
But I don't know how to fucking call a dragon.
Shiny,
Hold on.
shiny.
Hold on. Can I do some? Can I do like an intelligence check to see if I know how to call a dragon?
Oh god.
Go ahead and do an intelligence check.
Okay. Whew.
No pressure.
I mean, I'm a magic guy, but this is an intelligence check, not an arcana check. Oh, that's stupid. I don't know.
Oh my god!
Dragon. Dragon baby. Little
Do
dragon.
any of y'all have
behind me.
message, or...
I have.
I'm gonna go swim in the water. I'm gonna go inside the water and like, I don't want to use. I'm gonna use light because he likes shiny things.
I have message, but you have to be able to see the person.
Well, fuck.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
have like something shiny. No, I'm just gonna be in the water with something shiny.
You're just gonna be one of those like fish with the little things hanging off.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in the water, okay. With light. What are you casting light on?
Pebble?
A pebble. Yes.
That's good.
Okay, and
Or
how
like
far?
a bigger rock actually? So like,
So you can see
You
it.
can get a bigger rock, but keep in mind that you're going in water. It's gonna weigh you down. Can I get a cement block? And can you tie it to my foot? And I'll cast light on it.
I don't know what you want from me.
But
I have been playing Final Fantasy 14.
Oh my god.
Where the luck physics do not apply.
oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, like a stone that's like this small.
Okay. So you cast light on this stone, and you're in the water. Now, how deep do you go in the water?
It was, I have a rope on me, just in case, so I can pull me
Yeah,
up.
hold on to her.
But as like deep as I can. So,
Okay.
like, I don't
I
know how
think
deep
Cruz
that
and
is.
Alita will hold on to the rope.
Okay. So you're not going underwater. You're just gonna keep your head above water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And are you doing anything? Are you holding? You're just holding the stone and casting light out.
I'm just gonna call his name.
Okay. You see some distant ripples, but then nothing happens.
Cool.
Ooh. Can I like put my head underwater to see if like how
Yeah,
like how distant? Yeah.
You can you dip your head underwater and go ahead and make a perception check.
I want to see my little boy.
There is
17?
17. Okay. With the light, you can see a little bit. You see just a bunch of wreckage and stuff, but you don't see Zalfarn. Make an intelligence check, Mira.
Not better, but 11?
Okay. Yeah, you wait out there. You wait a little bit in this cold, and the water is cold. It is very cold, to the point where you're risking frostbite staying in there.
Whoops.
Alright, we'll pull her up. Alright, so this was a dumb idea. We maybe took him a little too literally.
At some point, while you're pulling Mira back, Cruz, you get smacked in the head with a paper bird.
Oh, fuck me. He says that. Ah, shit.
These fucking mosquitoes nowadays.
Fucking big ass gnat. What's my birthday?
Your bird, as you snatch it out of the air and unfold it, it appears to be from Zofrenia. And she is requesting that you come to her office immediately.
Uh-oh.
And that is all it says.
Uh-oh.
What are the odds that we were fucking seen?
Did she address it to Truby?
She addressed it to whoever name you gave her.
Okay, that's Truby.
Which is whatever name you go by, because apparently the paper birds are smart enough to figure out who's who.
Yeah, I gave her
She knows what you look like or what you are going by, so.
Alright, yeah.
Alright.
Zafrania wants to see us.
Oh, that can't be good. Let's
The
go.
principal called us to her office.
Oh, shit, okay.
Let's go see. Well, that means the captains are out of the fucking meeting.
Yeah, oh, that's a good point, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, let's
Next
head over there.
Alright,
see you later,
so
Lighthouse.
the group with a shivering, cold, wet Mira.
I'll keep an arm around her, keep her warm.
Thank you.
No, I'll give her my coat. I have a big fucking coat.
Oh my god. It's like
It's like trailing. It is. It's like trailing the ground. The sleeves are like that far beyond. It's just like a little kid wearing her. Oh my gosh. All right. And you awkwardly make your way back to the Dragon Beach and to Zufrenia's to the Red Dragon Trading Company and to Zephrinia's office. And you are let inside, greeted by the same people who greeted you before. You go into her office and you see Zephrinia pacing around, looking very agitated.
What's up,
Everything
Zippy?
okay, bud?
And she says, no, everything is not okay.
Spill the tea.
So, the High Captain's Council just convened on Rousseau's request, and they have voted, and I say they because I voted against it, to execute Jarlaxle.
Ooh.
Well, that's not good.
It was our agreement when he took power that Jarlaxle would remain in prison so as not to agitate the various people that he has connections with.
On what grounds do they want to execute him?
That he's no longer in power. He doesn't really need a grounds, he just needs a vote.
Yeah.
And he has his vote, Milton's vote, and that bastard Varram Verlaine, who, for some reason, has suddenly gone against Jarlaxle despite being very comfortable with him for a long time.
How comfortable are we talking?
I think you know. It's Jarlaxle we're talking about.
All right.
Are there any
Okay.
signs of magical manipulation at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible, or it's possible that Rousseau has something on him, and which is what I am inclined to believe.
Well, where does
Get
Rousseau
dirt
live?
on Russo. Yeah.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Where
What did
does
you say?
Rousseau live?
So where he lives is over in Mirabar Shield, but he spends all his days now at the Lighthouse.
That was the next.
Oh, that's great.
What did I just miss?
No, I was just laughing because we would have just walked right into that.
Hi, Russo. Woo! Just because we're here.
Wait, did you ask Rousseau or Verlaine? I thought you asked for
Rousseau.
Varram Verlaine. Oh, Rousseau. Rousseau is at the High Captain's Council. Sorry, Verlaine is the one who's at the Lighthouse.
Okay.
Getting it mixed up.
And what would he be doing at the lighthouse?
It's been under construction for about 15 years and
Well-
is nearing completion, but for some reason construction's continuously delayed. I don't know what's going on there. I know that Rousseau has a bunch of his people, or a bunch of Drax people over there now. I know that Varram is not too happy with it. I have no idea what's going on, so I was hoping, being that all of you are not directly involved in this city, that you would go and check it out.
Funny, when your bird came, that's exactly what we were doing.
Yeah, literally what we were up to.
But we're having trouble getting in. Or finding a way to get in, I should say.
Yeah.
Well, you just need a boat.
Yeah, we just need a boat, really. Can you give us a boat?
Yes, I can get you a boat. It's easy enough, but I would highly recommend waiting until nightfall
Yeah, that was also the plan.
and taking the long way around.
We're really one step ahead of you, bud.
Excellent.
Respectfully.
Yes, you just need a boat.
All right, cool.
I would recommend going the way of the open shore and going all the way around that way to the island, so that you are not seen from the
Cutlass Island?
from the main city. There, we'll just put it.
Do you have plans for the lighthouse, blueprints, anything?
I do not. No, Varram would have all that information.
Varram stays at the lighthouse mostly.
Yes.
So we'll just have to play it by ear. Alright, let's do a lighthouse heist.
Lighthouse heist. Light heist.
Light heist. Nice!
Twins.
Twinsies.
Light heist.
Heist house.
Zephrania says, "Thank you. I appreciate this. I know that your friend will also greatly appreciate this as well."
Well, better go to bed.
Just a quick question, Zephrenia.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know what's his face has Milton in his pocket, right?
Mm-hmm. I am well aware.
Just checking. You can never be too sure.
Rousseau was the one who appointed him to his position, and I doubt Milton will do anything against Rousseau's because of that.
Can you tell us anything about Milton? Like, what the fuck does he look like?
He is a human male with like stringy sandy hair, a little overweight, really unremarkable in every way.
Do we still have the journal? Yeah. Should we give the journal?
Give the journal. She knows about the stuff.
Yeah.
So he's like a real captain, right? He like has a ship.
Officially, yes.
Officially?
He was appointed to the High Captain's Council. He does have a ship. It's not impressive.
Interesting.
I honestly don't know entirely why Rousseau chose Milton particularly. All I know is that it seems like he just plucked him off the street.
Seems like it. All right, cool.
Well, we'll go on a field trip to the lighthouse and see what we can find out.
Let's get it, girl. Find Zephrenia.
I'll have the boat waiting in the open shore for you.
Thank you.
It's just going to be like a little rowboat. Nothing.
That's all we need.
It will fit the four of you, not much else.
That's fine.
All right. Any preparation you guys want to do before you head to the lighthouse?
Varram,
Huh?
you're the smart one.
Oh God, why are you giving me the brain cell? I'm going to detune from my hat so I can attune to thoughts and prayers again.
Cool.
And then let me think. We have stealth shit. We should probably take a short rest.
Oh yeah, because you guys do stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we have until excuse me. Until tonight.
What could we possibly need?
Potions?
We still have our potions of water breathing. Oh no, I drank mine. Never mind. That's fine. Honestly, I don't think we need anything aside from what we already have.
Okay.
Can we ask her like what would she suggest we have?
It really depends on what you end up facing. If anything, just try not to be seen is the main thing.
I think
Anything that can give you advantage of not being seen.
Actually.
I think we can, even if we're seen, we can handle like thugs.
Yeah.
Like we've killed like fucking whatever. We can handle thugs. We killed like a giant baby thing. It's fine.
Are you saying that? Are you saying that? Are you saying that?
It was evil. Don't worry.
Just killing babies.
A giant baby
It was a
thing.
giant baby. That's a huge difference.
Huge difference.
It was gonna be a dark god. It was a whole thing.
Then you should be able to handle this, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
We just need to know what he's up to.
What?
Thank you.
What are y'all's thoughts on seeing if we can find like an oil of invisibility?
I mean, why
Oil?
not? This late at night though?
Yeah, I guess that should be fine.
I feel
I
like
guess
we.
If
Huh?
I just use my pass without trace,
Yeah, I feel like we can get by with pass without a trace.
like we'll be fine. I'll bring like a notebook to write down anything that we might see that we should copy down, that kind of thing. I wish I could bring a fucking camera.
Sketch it, you know, like
Yeah. Use that photo memory.
Yeah, see, Jen has that, Varram doesn't have that. Yeah, I don't think that there was anything else really.
All right, let's. I
Go
think
get
we're
that
good.
boat.
Let's go get
Let's
that
do
boat.
it. Let's do it.
Fuck yeah.
All right, so you guys head to the open shore. How late do you guys decide to go?
1
Well,
a.m.
how late were we coming before?
Oh, that's real late.
What's that? Sorry.
Oh wait, what time did we go?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to you guys what time you actually want to head out.
No, I mean like beforehand. Like what time was it then when we went?
It was like late afternoon, so.
Oh yeah, like 11.
I feel like 11's good.
Okay.
All right, so you guys chill.
We short rest,
Get some drinks in you for a few hours, chill, and yeah, take a short rest, and then head out at 11 a.m. The streets are relatively empty, other than your regular night shift of thugs guarding things, but they aren't really paying a whole lot of attention. You see that on one of the piers of the open shore, we'll say this one over here, is a tiny little rowboat. That with one of Zophrenia's people just sort of chilling there.
Okay.
And if we do,
let's hop in.
They hand you over the rowboat and says, try to return it if you can.
Okay.
All right, who's doing the rowing?
Alina?
The person who's not here to protest.
Yep.
Alina with her sore ass muscles, because it takes a couple days for that soreness to really hit in.
Yeah.
she loves it.
All right, so she rows to the island. I'll have everybody make a stealth check, please.
We pass.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
pass.
Okay.
Not great.
Oh, here he is. I got a 27.
31.
So,
That's not great.
That's not. I rolled an 8.
Oh,
Alina got a 15
queen.
That's still not bad.
with pass without a trace.
Oh, well, that's damn. All right.
Baron got a 34.
All right. So you guys managed to, or Alina rather, manages to row you unnoticed around this cape here up to Fang Island, and you approach to one of the sides of the island. You see that there are sheer sides up, and then there's it's like a little flat kind of plateau, and you see that there are the construction walls of wood around. There are a handful of Milton's folks guarding, but not on the side that you approach.
What a shame.
Okay.
Are there any side doors that we can see?
Not for the wall. The wall, from what you could tell, the main door is in the front, or the northern part of it, the part that's facing like the city.
Okay.
Well, I guess the question is, how tall is the wall?
About 15 feet.
Oh, it's... is there anyone on top of the wall?
No, it is basically just like pointy wood.
Alright, so I'm going to run up there real quick. And loop a tied knot around one of the pointy boys. And be like, alright, everyone up.
All right. I will say everybody make a athletics check, except for Farron, because you can just run up. That's it.
Too fast, too fast.
Athletics.
Athletics. I got an 8.
Ooh, what's Ooh, pretty please.
Man, I haven't jumped a fence in so long.
19.
A 24.
Okay, you got a 19-minute. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you all managed to make it over without impaling yourselves on the pointy tops of the fence.
I will make it a point to retrieve my rope so it's not just hanging there.
All right, and you are inside. Inside, you see that there is a whole bunch of debris of just crates, lots of stone, and just random like construction materials on this side.
Cool.
Okay. Any doors?
Not on this side.
Okay. How many people are near us?
Any windows?
No. There are, let's see, go ahead and make a perception check real quick.
19.
19. From what you could tell, there is probably about 4 of Milton's guards that are kind of concentrated primarily towards the front where the doors probably are.
So dumb. Oh god.
Well, I have an idea.
There with the clash.
Actually, it'll work.
Share with the class.
What?
Share with the class.
The class.
I have the spell Minor Illusion, which could draw them out if I were to pick the right illusion, like a shaking bush or a shadow darting past something.
I'm aware because I used it last time.
We could do like a triple minor illusion because we all have it.
Actually, yeah, it's a
Oh.
good idea.
Wait, you guys do? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ooh. One could do the sound, one could do the thing, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. What illusion do we want to do though?
I think someone like disappearing behind the wall as if they were like, you know. And then as they're going to investigate, we slip in.
I'm down.
Down.
Let's do it.
Cool. So I got image, Cruz, you got sound, Mara.
Oh, I don't have it. No. Oh no, I don't have it. I was
Okay.
saying last time I used your thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
So I'll do image, and Cruz, you want to do sound?
Yeah, let's go. Oh, I have major image. I don't have that spell. I have a spell scroll for major image.
You want to use it?
I feel like there's a better time to use it. I just wanted you guys to know.
I love it. All right,
I
you're
got sound.
3, 2, 1.
Sound.
Okay, so you are using the spell.
Yeah.
Minor illusion,
Well,
yeah.
just
Minor illusion. Okay.
so
Okay, so
an illusion of like a shadowed figure watching them from behind the wall.
like over the top of the wall?
No, like like through the gates. Actually, no, like but by the side of the wall, as if like it had just climbed in.
Oh, okay, so from the inside, but okay.
Like a shadowy figure.
All right, so you make a shadowy figure.
Who makes like footsteps and shit.
Yeah, make footsteps.
All right. So you start doing some crunching footsteps that sound like they're walking on stone, and you show the shadowy figure that looks like it's moving. And two of the guards go over to investigate, and they're going to round around the side of the building from the opposite side of where you guys are kind of peeking around the corner to cast the spell.
Okay.
Okay. My idea for this next fucking distraction is me throwing a rock over the fence.
That'll do, yeah.
All right, you go and throw a rock over the fence. One of the guards goes to go check the gate, and he opens the gate and kind of peers outside and tells the other one to kind of hang by the door. I'm gonna go check this out and see what's going on out here. Bless you.
I nudge Cruz and I'm like, another illusion.
Another
I run
okay.
over there and I conjure up another like shadow person.
All right, I do more wrestling.
Where?
On the opposite side of where the other one was, to make it like so that they're mirrored shadow people.
The opposite side would be where you are, because remember this whole place is round.
So I'll do another shadow person, but like a little further away.
You can do a shadow person, I would say, outside the gate, because the gate doors are open.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay. So you have another one that flits out that kind of almost follows the guard that went outside. And so the last guard, let's see.
We have it like kind of like raising its hand as if to stab.
All right. The last guard goes to warn the other guard that he's being followed.
And yeet inside.
Yes.
All right. So you guys run inside.
Is there a map?
There is a map. Okay, I'll give you a map. Give me a second. All right, so you head inside of the lighthouse. So, I always have Alina on these maps because she's like the person that I like test out the lighting and everything on these maps for some reason. I don't know why, I just do.
My favorite.
I forgot to put.
Favorite.
No, I think it's because she starts with A,
This
and
is
she's just there.
executed plan we've ever done in this entire fucking campaign.
It actually is. I am surprised, but I also rolled really bad. But it's also a good plan.
This worked out so fucking well.
That's right.
Hang on, let me try something real quick. Did I do this right?
It's
Yes,
because
I did. Okay.
Accessing our emotional.
Oh, we got an advantage for anyone who needs it.
Oh,
Cruz, I think
Cruz.
you might yourself.
All right. Okay.
Are you saying you don't want it?
I'll take it. No,
Yeah,
I'll take
that's
it.
true.
Thank you, Gemini.
Thanks, Gemini Pearl.
Let's see. I have to give everybody some sight here because y'all need to be able to see.
So what are our
Except for Cruz. Not as well as everybody else.
what are our Sunday plans, ladies? What are we doing tomorrow?
Dealing
Final
with the
Fantasy
aftermath of
14?
the fucking friend group crisis.
I am playing Animal Crossing.
Interesting answers.
Are you gonna join us? You're waiting.
Whenever LSU runs me my money, because they're gonna give us back
The house
Like-
stuff.
no, they're gonna give us back since I'm moving out of my housing, they're gonna give us back the rent or whatever for the months that I don't stay because it's prepaid. So they're gonna give that back and then they're gonna refund my meal plan. And I have over $300 left on my meal plan
Oh shit. Okay.
because I had that commuter meal plan. I had 800 POC points, and boy, is it hard to spend 800 POC points.
That's valid.
800 what points?
It's LSU Monopoly money.
Oh, okay.
You did not make me miss college.
I know. Same. I'm just like, God, I remember meal plans. I'm so glad I don't do that crap anymore.
Bullshit.
What's the word?
I ate so much Chick-fil-A this semester.
It really is. Hang on one second. Let me.
All I want in life is to try a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I just cannot.
It's the pickles. I can't do the pickles.
Oh, it's not the food, it's the fucking company.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's also it.
All right. So, can you guys all see the map? Can you see yourselves?
No.
No.
See darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Why can you not see yourselves? Oh, you know what? I think I have to give. Hang on one second.
It's like all black page.
Hang on. Let's see. Has sight, basic.
I already ate half my coronavirus hideout snacks and I'm upset.
Ah, there it is.
Fine.
I'm literally taking a laundry basket full of food home
Valid.
because I fucking compulsively buy canned shit.
That's
Okay.
Just in my regular life, I'm like, I could use some canned green beans. I'll definitely eat those.
Well, I mean, you're prepared. See, you're prepared.
I am
Okay, now
prepared.
can you see yourselves?
Yes.
I'm in a
All
different
right.
tab. Yeah.
All right. So, here is where you are.
God, my feelings
Um,
this is so pathetic.
It is, yeah, your vision's really bad. Well, actually, what are you using for light? Because it is dark.
My pouch is firelight.
Okay, yeah, that's accurate. That's all you get to see. A whole 10 feet around you. Your vision's really bad.
Guys, it's really dark.
I can see everything. What are you talking about?
Yeah, wait. Cruz, are you okay? Oh, wait. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't have dark vision.
No, just follow us.
You can hold our hands.
Okay.
I can only hold
All right, so you see that this lighthouse is very shiny. There is a little bit of dust everywhere just from the from stone, like stone dust from just building things. There are doors to other rooms and a staircase, a spiral staircase that leads up to the next level.
Okay. Should we check out the bottom level first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Alina and Baron are gonna move as a unit right now.
Okay,
How'd you do that?
Cruz is gonna stick as close to them as possible.
Did you do like that?
Let's.
I think I know what you did.
Yeah, I selected. So why don't we do this? There are what, 4 rooms?
Yes.
1 for each of us.
Fuck.
Okay.
2 at a time, maybe.
Two at a time. I like that better.
Okay.
Do you want me to check traps before,
Yes.
you know? Okay.
So why don't we do Alina and Baron on the north and Cruz and Mary on the south?
Okay.
All right. So, Mira, you are checking for traps.
Yes, I'm on the wrong side. I don't know direction.
I don't.
Well, to be fair, she just said south, not which east or west. Okay.
Southwest.
Where is Cruz going?
I'm like, I'm sick for
I
this.
swear to
He
God,
can't see shit.
you start like drawing those stupid pink arrows again.
I didn't know
We
you
know
guys could
who-
see them.
Yes!
Oh my God.
I thought I had my settings.
You're just like,
Oh my gosh. All right, so we gotta go ahead and make your check.
Okie dokie. I can't read that. Wait, yes I can. Ooh, I hate being short. Ooh, that's
I never fucking learned how to read.
no. Reading is awful. I
Reading
just
is
learned how to do crime
fundamental.
first. No.
I was just from an English major.
Ooh, 18 plus 22.
22? Okay, it does not appear to be trapped.
Not trapped. Open it.
But yeah, let's get in here.
All right, so you guys find yourselves in a room that is piled full of crates and barrels and just general construction materials.
We found the crate and barrel, guys.
The craft
Yes,
barrel?
indeed.
No.
Cool, cool room. Cool. Do we want to check the crates and barrels? Like, just like cursory.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like I want to check if there's anything weird in here. Like,
Yeah, anything
Okay.
interesting.
Go ahead and make your investigation check.
That's a natural 2, so I don't feel like any modifier is gonna save. Yeah.
you know, you could try. You could try.
That's a 3 with my modifier, so don't call that
You
out.
have an advantage on a roll right now. That
You
expires.
do.
I'm saving it.
Oh. I hate you. You're distracting me. What am I doing? What am I
You're investigating.
investigating? Okay, 20, 22.
22. Okay, so you start digging around and moving things. You find it seems to be mostly filled with building equipment and other building materials. You don't really find anything of note.
Actual construction.
The bullshit room. Got it.
All right, let's check the north room for traps.
The trap.
It is a 19.
19. You do not detect any traps.
Nice. Okay. So Alina and I will go inside and be like, yo, what's this?
All right. Go ahead and make an investigation check in this room.
All right. Can I just say Alina gives me advantage?
Yes.
Oh, that's cocked. 21.
21. In this room, it seems to be mostly the crates are filled with like foodstuffs. You can imagine that that's probably to feed the workers as they are building the lighthouse.
Okay. But no hidden doors or anything like that?
No.
No. Go back out. And let's do east side.
All right, so Cruz and Mira.
Check those traps, girly.
Check those traps.
Trap those tracks.
I would love to trap some
17?
checks.
17?
What was it?
I got
13? 17. Okay. 17. It does not appear to be trapped.
Okay. Open the door, please.
I'm going in. What is it?
All right.
Take me a
Go
word
ahead and
picture,
make an
Swan.
investigation check.
God damn, this is a 5.
Better than the
sorry.
3.
What's 11 plus 19? 30.
Jesus.
Damn. Okay, Mira, you do find that underneath this pile of barrels over here appears to be a section of the floor that is slightly more worn than other parts of the floor.
Ooh. Do I move it? Do I Animal Crossing box move?
Trap, door.
Trap door. Yes. Thank you. I'm gonna check if there's a trap door.
All right.
Ooh, that's bad.
It's
Yeah,
only a
that's not great.
27.
Huh? No, that's not great. 16?
16. it doesn't appear to have traps. In fact, you can't really see any. You see the seam where the tile is kind of separate, but you don't really see any kind of way of opening it.
Nope. Secret passage.
Secret passage. Let's come back to this.
Do we like punch it open? Oh, go back? Okay. Don't punch it open.
Let's just keep this in our mind palace. Know it's there. Come back to it.
Okay.
In your mind palace?
Mind palace.
The top door locked with a natural, or trapped with a natural 20.
It is not trapped.
That's such a waste. Okay. And inside, what the fuck is going on inside? Let's find out.
Secret.
Synthetic 20.
Synthetic 20. Here you find other building equipment. One thing that you do notice, though, kind of partly stuffed like underneath one of the crates, you see just a bit of fabric that might have torn off when someone was carrying a crate that appears to be like purple velvet.
That's
Cool
a
shit.
worker color.
I bring the velvet back to Cruz and I'm like, yo. Like, I like shove it in his face because like it's hard to see. I'm like, do you know what this is?
Do I know what this is?
Make an intelligence check.
God, these intelligence checks. He knows this bitch. Oh, he got it. He's just 16.
16. It looks like it's probably off a robe, but that's all you know.
Looks roby.
What'd you guys find?
Door.
We found a trap door. We don't know how to open it.
Ooh, can I see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can't see our trap door.
It's all ours. All
Fuck
ours.
you.
Can I see if I can figure out how to open it?
Yes, go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'm looking around for levers, like shit like that.
Okay.
Ooh.
That
Oh,
big,
that's no.
beautiful
That'll
brain.
be a no. 8.
Can I help?
If you want to.
I help.
Thank you. That will be a 21.
Nice.
21. Based on the fact you don't find any levers or anything like that, but you suspect that given that there's like no hinges or anything to really make it open, that it might be magically locked.
Ooh. Wait, can I? Oh god, hold on. I'm gonna use my.
Spell magic.
Yeah.
Or no, I don't.
No, I don't. But can I use my mage hand to unlock magic doors? No. No, don't we have... Okay, this is so long ago. But don't we have that, like, one spell that, like, unlocks magic shit?
Knock?
I don't
Yes.
think we do.
No? Okay.
If I don't have it, we probably don't.
If only certain fucking lich wizards were here, that would be great.
That'd be great.
That'd be great. He was pretty
Okay.
useful. I think we should
Let's
move
go
on.
upstairs and come back to this.
Yeah. All right. Up the stairs he goes. Up the stairs he goes.
All right, so you guys head up the stairs. I need to move y'all. So I'm moving you back here so I can select you all. Stop moving! I need to move you to a new map.
Make
I need to
this harder
copy paste
for her.
y'all. I know, I need to copy paste y'all. Because it's the easiest way to do this.
Control C, Control V.
Is
That's
one
what
Yes.
set of us not enough?
What'd you say?
Is one set of us not enough?
It's never enough.
Never. All right, let me put you on another map here.
Also, shout out to our new follower, Calorian, for having a really cool name.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a pretty like metal name.
It's a really good name. I appreciate you, Calorian.
A nice name.
Cal Ryan? I don't know.
Cal Ryan.
It seems more like a Calrian to me. I don't know. Calrian's not saying anything, so we'll never know.
Also, while Stalin is doing her thing, I need you all to appreciate the fact that I was very on the nose with my naming of my Animal Crossing island. I literally named it like Island of Animals, but in Elvish.
Oh my
Can
gosh.
that- Oh, God. Nerd.
Nerd.
Yay! Everyone point finger
We
at
love you though.
All right, once again, you find that on this floor there are another 4 rooms.
Alright.
Same order of operation.
You want to just do one of each because everything's so close together.
Yeah. Where are these fucking doors?
They're all on the flat side here.
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
Cruz can't see shit. Everybody's just moving and he's just fumbling. All right. So who? All right. Yeah. Everybody, make your checks if you're checking for traps.
Oh my fucking god.
What do we add to the trap check?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Okay, I got an 8.
It's fine.
It's
19.
12 and a 10 for Baron and Alina, respectively.
Jesus. Everything seems cool.
We're fucking
Yeah, 19.
19. Okay. Yours is absolutely fine.
Ugh.
We're opening some doors then.
I'll go into mine.
I'll go into mine and Alina.
Are y'all synchronized? 1, 2, 3. Open.
Open.
Yep.
Ooh, a chest.
All right, so most of y'all's have just random, more construction materials, more food. Cruz, you do find a chest in yours that has some weapons, but nothing as good as what you have.
Okay.
But it just seems like it might be something that they what they use to arm their guards and stuff.
Cool.
Guard
Check around
materials.
the room for anything weird.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Doors,
Yeah, same.
passages.
Can't you do detect magic?
I can do a detect magic, but I don't think there's any magic here. I did a shitty roll anyway. I'm rolling like ass
Baron
tonight.
and a 13 for Alina.
I got a 7.
22.
Baron, you got advantage on a roll.
Oh my god, thank you!
I got
What did you get? 22?
Yeah.
Nerd.
Very nice.
Fuck
Um,
Grim lost.
You do not detect anything out of the ordinary in this area. There's no secret passages or no weirdness.
It's boring here.
Cool.
Here's what you got.
I got a 7. It was like a shitty little chest with weapons.
Yeah, there are some boxes here. There sure are some boxes.
You
Those
guys-
are some boxes, all right.
You guys might
What are
keep
some
one
boxes? Let's say it.
Wow.
there.
Can you keep going?
Can you upstairs?
Further up.
Yeah.
Go further up.
All right, continuing upstairs.
Let's all move our shit so Solani can't move us upstairs.
I think I already have you copied, so I think I should still be able to put you in this area. So actually, I'm not going to put you on the next map because there's no point because it's just another room with a bunch of boxes, but it's a single room. But at the peak, oh my gosh, where's the map? There it is. At the peak of the lighthouse. Let me put you guys here. Oh shit. There we go. That works a little bit better.
You can't cuss on Twitch.
Yeah,
That's bowl.
They don't let you do that.
it's not
That's some
allowed.
fucking bullshit right there.
All right, so I need to move you guys over to this one here.
The tippy top map.
The tippy top map. I need you to move off so I can move that. There you go. All right, so at the top you find the peak of the lighthouse. You see that, so it looks like it's on the floor, but it's actually up in the air, is a blue crystal that is suspended from the top. And you see that the top of the lighthouse and all around are like, all these sides have like open windows where the light can shine out. And the very top of it is also open. And you also see that beneath it, there is, it's kind of like, if you can imagine like a claw, like holding a gem, like right on top. And when you look inside the claw, there is a hole.
Like a hole where something probably should be placed.
Like a hole, like it's a, if you look down in it, it looks like it's a shaft that goes all the way straight through the stairwells, all the way down. Make an intelligence check, whoever wants to.
I need to make an intelligence check in real life. I feel
17.
11.
Not great. 12.
All right, Varen, you're kind of taking a look at around, and the hole's not very big. It's probably like a foot around. But from the position of the crystal, you can imagine that if the sun shines on it correctly, it will shoot a beam of light straight down to that shaft.
Ooh, light.
I relay that information. Do we think they're using this as some kind of source of power?
It could be.
Do I know if sunlight can be harnessed and turned into power?
I feel like sunlight can
Make an Arcana check.
I mean, plants do that. Come on.
Photosynthesis, you guys.
Very cocked.
I was gonna make a Final
Oh,
Fantasy
shit.
joke.
That's a synthetic 20.
Nerd.
Yes, from your digging and our various research that that you have done, there are ways to turn sunlight into power. You've seen freaking Aliena's sword. Yes. But yes, there are different ways, and there are ways of kind of changing that power based off of the use of mediums, which can sometimes be crystals.
Y'all need to know that when it was cocked, it was stuck between a 6 and a 9, and I'm very happy about that.
God.
So there's gotta be something down in the basement then, which is what that trapdoor is.
Yeah.
Could we use like Alina's light? I mean, not light, her sword to like make the light thingy majig.
Think so, because it's not actually sunlight, it's just light.
Yeah.
Her sword or her?
Her sword.
But isn't it sunlight?
It is technically sunlight, but it does light stuff up for an extent, but you suspect it might not be as powerful.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you can shrink people, right? Actually, I
Yeah.
can still put down that hole. Can you shrink people twice? No.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm scared to do that.
Yeah, that seems weird.
I saw 80s movies about that, and it was not.
I think we have to figure out how to get into that trapdoor.
Yeah. I mean, is it the magic light, the trapdoor thingy?
I don't think so. Because the trapdoor wasn't in the center of the entire lighthouse. And that's it.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back down to the trapdoor.
Okay. We can go back down to the trapdoor.
All right, you guys head back down to the trapdoor.
When we get there, I want to cast detect magic on it to see what kind of magic it is.
All right, so you cast detect magic. That's a good question. What are the magic types? I can never remember.
Invocation, evocation, conjuration, abjuration. I'm out.
You know, the way you said
Do you want
that-
me to cast Identify on it? The door? Is that
I
the
will
thing?
say that you figure out that it is a type of magic that is basically to lock a door. You figure out that it might require some sort of keyword to open or dispel magic.
You don't have to spell magic.
Lighthouse,
We don't know what Varram's keywords are.
Garlaxle, King.
Rousseau, Highwater. Wait, what's Varram's ship name?
Kraken.
No.
Oh no.
I gotta
Just
find
saying
Varram's-
words.
Somebody- Varram's ship name.
It's Ship Verlaine. Verlaine.
Verlaine.
That would be a little bit too on the nose, I think. As you are spouting these various words, nothing seems to be working.
Garlaxle is the
Rosebud.
loser.
Rosebud. Oh my gosh.
Garlaxle.
Whoever wants to make an intelligence check.
Oh
Yes,
my
please.
I'll do this one with advantage.
19.
Oh, never mind.
Natural 20.
I got
Nice.
a 20 also.
Oh my
You all finally figure out that you're going to need to do some more digging around to try and figure out what might be a keyword. And if it's not in the lighthouse, you may have to actually talk to Verlaine himself or actually like go in to his like office or something.
Cool.
Yeah.
We wasted our time.
Maybe we've.
No, we did.
Punch the door. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh.
Oh,
Do it.
Or you can attempt to attack it,
we
but
could.
that will make noise.
Wait, hold on. I know what we can do. I can cast silence on the area.
Beat the
If I
Okay.
cast silence on the room, it will not make noise.
Okay. Okay.
Let's beat the shit out of this door.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah.
So,
I'm guessing that's Alina saying.
it's actually me.
All right.
Oh.
Oh yeah, like I'm casting silence.
Okay.
So Varen spends the spell points to cast silence on basically the trapdoor, so no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere. So anywhere near the trapdoor, just nope.
Very nice. All right. Who's doing the attacking?
I think Alina, right? And
Yeah.
Cruz.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack rolls.
That's
Yeah.
big.
I mean, it's the floor, but I got a 21 to hit.
Okay.
And we're using the great axe, I think.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
Use d12s, Jesus.
That is 9 damage.
12
All
damage.
right. 12 damage. Okay. You do see some cracks starting to form on the floor.
All right, hell yeah! All right, I'll attack it again. That's a 14 to hit.
That's a 21.
All right, Cruz, your weapon just... What are you attacking with?
My scimitar speed.
Okay, your weapon, you just kind of hit it at the wrong angle and it just kind of bounces off. But the other one hits.
Okay, so it takes 11 damage.
11, okay. More cracks are forming. Not quite open yet.
Okay, I'll try and hit again.
It's been last 10 minutes, so we're good. Oh, that's bad. Nope, that one doesn't hit.
26 to hit.
What is it? 26, go ahead. Roll some damage.
Oh, that's a 5 plus 6 is 11.
11. All right, it's looking pretty damaged.
And one more.
You're almost there.
Alina, will you do the honors?
17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And that is max damage for 17 damage.
That is enough. You managed to basically crack it almost in half to the point where you were able to just kind of reach in your fingers and just kind of pull out the stone. And you see a ladder.
Brute force.
Brute force for the win.
Fuck finesse.
Part where Mara and Varen go first.
Let's go sneaky sneak.
Sneaky sneak. Okay. All right, I gotta move you guys again.
I didn't mean to do that. That wasn't a roll.
All right,
Oh,
let
yeah.
me
Roll.
prep the next map.
Hi, kitty.
Oh, that's Freya, little bitch.
22.
She wants to play.
Aw, baby.
Freya.
Freya.
You want to play?
All right.
He's very sweet.
No.
He seems really sweet.
She seems like it.
It's a baby. You should teach my cat how to do that. Okay.
All right. So move over, please. Thank you. All right. Below, you find yourselves. Actually, make a perception check. Cruise with disadvantage because you only see 10 feet around you.
I can't perceive shit.
21.
24.
Oh, that's still pretty good. 19.
Okay, so you still managed to kind of make it out. Below you, you appear to be in some kind of ruin. It's a cavern, but you also see that there are actual structures, or what's remaining of man-built structures,
What the fuck?
or man-made structures. Yeah.
Cruz, do you know of any history of a city beneath a city?
Let's fucking roll for it, baby.
Also, in my research, would I have come across that?
That is a 16.
16. Okay. Cruz, you do know that Luskan was built on the ruins of Lusk, which was an ancient elven city that existed here before then.
Oh, yeah, I tell her that.
Do I know anything about this city?
Make a history check.
Okay, Freya, put it down. Freya.
Make Freya roll it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Just bats it across the room.
That will be a synthetic 20.
All right.
Ooh.
In your research, you know, let me see if I pull out some information about Ilusk. Ilusk.
The stupid cat is very affectionate right now. It's very cute.
He loves you.
No, that's not the page. There we go. Let's see. Ilusk is an ancient city that has been destroyed and rebuilt many times. It was originally founded by seafarers, of course, on the mouth of the River Mirror. It has gone through a bunch of different like leaders from other clans and various people that basically like attacked the city, changed leadership, and then wiped it out again, and just over and over again through history.
When did it like fall?
When did actual like modern day Luskan come to be?
Yeah. Like at what? Like how was Luskan built on top of Lusk?
Let me see.
I
How
won't
that
let that.
works.
Right, Freya? You want a history lesson?
What is the modern day? I want to say it's been like several hundred years, and because I cannot remember what current. Yeah, it's been about 300 years.
Any legends about magical forces or nexi being in the area?
Nexi. I like that word.
I don't know if y'all can hear her purring like a fucking lawnmower, but
I mean, she looks like she's happy.
Yeah.
Nothing specific as far as like a ley line or anything like that that you have read, that you have discovered.
any lost artifacts, any lost treasures, that kind of thing?
If anything, that'd probably be the host tower of the Arcane would know. But yes, that's pretty much it.
Well, I guess we gotta go explore, don't we?
Yeah.
Let's go on a fucking field trip, guys.
All right, well, we are almost at time, so that's going to be next session. It's going to be exploring the ruins of Ilusk.
Also,
Yeah.
shout out to Grim Lost for that advantage. I needed it on that history roll.
All right, so that is it for our session today. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Hopefully Adriana can hang out next week. Let's see, any craziness going on other than quarantine?
Animal
I'm playing
Crossing.
Animal Crossing. Yes.
Yeah, honestly, like y'all drop your friend codes at us on Twitter or something. 'cause,
Please.
God, I want to play with you guys.
I need
Grim Lost, maybe
rocks.
we can actually like sort of meet.
I'm playing the Outer Worlds, so like,
That's also a good one. I am waiting for Final Fantasy to come out too, because Final Fantasy VII Remake is out on the 10th.
I'm playing Final Fantasy 14.
Also, I'm
Yes.
very excited to read that Wild Mount book.
Yes.
I've been skimming it a little bit, and I will be doing a one-shot for it. So thanks to Roll20 for making that possible.
Yes, it's going to be amazing, and we will hopefully have some giveaways around that time, and that will be super awesome.
Yes, indeed. So stay tuned for information about the Wild Mount one-shot.
Yes.
Hopefully with my lovely Freya rolling as my co-GM.
Aww. Yeah.
He's like, nope.
Yes.
Everyone's healthy. Stay inside. Stay socially distant or some shit.
Wash your hands.
What do you have news, Ashley?
Cough into your elbow.
the other night, I went to the grocery store, and when I came back to get in the elevator, a little Doberman puppy jumped out at me.
Aww, baby.
That was
Should
nice.
have kidnapped
That's
the baby.
very important news. I did get my copy of Witch Plus Craft, which is a 5e book that basically deals with crafting. Specifically, it's inspired by Studio Ghibli films. So they have this thing called domestic magic, which is basically like your basic crafting. It could be anything. It could be cooking. It could be just sewing. But like it has like a whole set of like crafting rules and stuff for that kind of stuff. And so
Yeah, I always feel like crafting is underappreciated.
yes, I love to craft. So hopefully I'll be able to include some of that in our game if you guys pick up some crafts. But it's super cute.
Find
can make
Dwarven Crafts, direct from Orzammar.
Yes. All right. Well, in that case, we will bid you guys good night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we shall see you all next week.
Stay healthy, y'all.
Bye. Stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
Wash your hands. Stay inside.
Yes.
Bye.